My name is Toby Merrill. I work for Duraseal as the Senior Technical and Training Specialist. The wood flooring industry has given me everything that I have in my life. It may not be for everybody, but it may be for you.
My name is Jorge Perez from Epic Hardwood Floors. I'm based out of Tacoma, Washington.
My name is Derek Sweigel. I own Habitat Hardwood Flooring out of Panama City Beach, Florida.
So my name is Jonathan Gramajo. I'm the owner of GQ Hardwood Floors from Rhode Island. We are in a small business in the smallest state of this big country.
I'm Lenny Hall. I own Endurance Floor Company out of Miami, Florida. And I have been in the industry a couple months shy of 40 years. It's a long time.
I started working in the industry just as a summer job working for my brother before college. But when I came back, I went back to work for him and I spent about 8 years working for his company. And then I had my own company for about 13 years.
My older brother has been doing hardwood floors probably since the late 90s. So I kind of grew up around him as a young teenager doing side work and working the weekends with him and learning the trade. And then in probably 2006, I started doing it full time with him.
So I started when I was 19 years old, coming from Guatemala. I started the business with my uncle, and I just fell in love with the wood. The way we can transform ugly surface to a beautiful surface.
When you're done working with it, whether you're working it by hand saws or you're doing machinery with it, you're done with the project and it really looks outstanding, and you have the appreciation of your clients who get the benefit of living and working on your wood floor.
So we're there to help out to create a masterpiece, something that's going to fill in your space, brighten your day as soon as you get back to your home. So that's our main goal and purpose.
At the end of the job, you got to stand up and look back at what you had left in somebody's home as not only a functional piece of their home, but also it could be, you know, as art-like as they wanted it to be.
It's warm, inviting. They love the sustainability. I love the sustainability of it, that it's going to stick around.
A tree, it's life, and we can make beautiful things with a tree, like we can make beautiful things with a life. It changed my life. It gave me the chance to see life in another perspective.
You know, it's a lucrative career. It absolutely is, and I knew that I could provide for my family that way. I can make a living, and you know, as long as I keep on honing my skills, I'm just going to get better, and then the rewards really come when you see that, you know, you've gotten better, your skills have gotten better, your skill set, your knowledge has grown. That was huge for me.
When I went into business for myself, it was a whole new world opened up because I could now set my own hours and really work as hard as I wanted. It was really up to me what I was going to make. So I had to make decisions about what to charge, who to work for, what areas to work in. Later, as I got better at the business side of things, I realized that I could target certain customers in certain areas and aim directly for the work that I wanted to be doing, which for me was custom work.
Nothing beats being self-employed, being on your own. There's a lot of responsibilities, but at the same time, we have the freedom to choose to cater to you as a client and all of our clients.
But if you put your brain and your heart in the right place, and you start learning like places like NWFA, you can get a lot of things, and you can discover a big world of wood flooring.
You get to experience the knowledge of wood as an industry. You get to know where it came from, you get to know the people who made it, you get to understand how the trees they grow and how they harvest them. So it's a lot of information involved. And if you keep going in the industry, you don't always have to be a flooring contractor. You can learn the trade by hand, but that might take you onto a path of product sales, or you might be a manufacturer's rep, or you might be an architect specifier, or you can work in the forest industry itself.
One thing that I really appreciate about this career path is that you're ready to go. You don't need any specific schooling to get started. Organizations like the NWFA offer great opportunities to increase your knowledge, but you can go to work right away and start making money where other people are paying for an education that may be difficult to pay back later.
You know, you can build a well-oiled, functioning machine, your business, to keep earning income and, you know, keep doing better things.
Working with great machinery is also fun. Working on really cool projects has been fun. The people in the industry are absolutely engrossed by wood floors. They love wood floors. They are passionate about wood floors, and that's exactly what I am. So we all mesh together. It's a big extended family for me.
You have the chance to meet many, many people for backgrounds so different as yours. And you can share your experiences, your knowledge, and everyone is gonna give you a little piece of a tip, and you're gonna make a huge career of it. So knowing a lot of people in this industry, it's a blessing. It is no race, it is no age, it is just a love for an industry that we all share.
You learn from other people that have been in the industry for a long time on how they do this, and that, you know, they're not on their hands and knees. They're not doing this into their 50s and 60s. They may still be a part of the business, but they have employees, they've built a business.
You are always going to be feeling at home when you're working with wood, or when you're around wood. You could always have a common talk with somebody, have a common ground with people when there's wood involved.
I always feel like I've accomplished something, and that's a good feeling, you know, feeling that you've been productive, you can see what you did, and that kind of always took me back to like when I started with my brother. It was just a job, just a paycheck. And he, who had been doing it for a long time, was like, man, don't you see what you did? You really accomplished something. It looks good. And it took a few years before I realized that, you know, wow, no, I did this with my hands, and, you know, people can enjoy this for years and years to come.
It's very gratifying knowing that you did something, you transformed somebody's life to the point where they're telling everybody about you, your company.
It's always going to be in demand. There's always someone who has that or wants that in their home.
Like, you can be an architect, you can be a designer, you can be an engineer. You can expand your brain, and you can, whatever you have in your mind, you can just make it happen in a piece of wood. And that's really so cool.